in fact, satisfaction is a minimum. In fact, what you're looking for is to delight your customer.
So Denyse, people are calling you a customer centricity champion. How can banks and financial institutions be more customer centric?
It's a great question, Keith. They're not very good at it, I can tell you. I think I would start by thinking about the fact that their customers don't go into banks anymore. Most of customers now work online. And so when they do go into the bank, what you need to do is to make them feel special. And I don't think banks do that in Switzerland. They just have us all in a line and we just wait in line. I was recently in Peru where the banks actually provide you with sofas to sit on and coffee and a television to watch whilst you're waiting. And you can see your name going up the list until it's time for you to be served. And that is really customer-centric. It became quite a pleasure to wait in the bank. Whereas in Switzerland, in a lot of places, you just stand in the queue. And that's not customer-centric, in my opinion.
So it's like treating you like a valued customer, basically.
Treating your customers as you would like to be treated. And none of us like to wait in a line.
A lot of businesses are tracking customer satisfaction, but you say that's not enough. Why?
Well, a lot of service industries, they use what we call the NPS or the Net Promoter Score. And it's been proven that this actually is not a very reliable measure and certainly not for all industries. And so my recommendation would be to look at what you're measuring, because a lot of people, a lot of industries, they just measure satisfaction, but they don't actually do anything with it. They just see, is it going up or going down? And when it goes down, they do something about it. But in fact, there's so much more the customer could be telling you, not just that they're satisfied. And anyway, customers don't stay satisfied for long. So in fact, satisfaction is a minimum. In fact, what you're looking for is to delight your customer. And as I mentioned, going into the bank in Peru was a delightful experience. I wasn't just satisfied. And that's what all industries have to do. Find ways to delight and surprise their customers. Make them feel really valued.
So how could these businesses get a bit of feedback from their customers?
Well, any industry where they meet their customers, they have an opportunity to talk to them. And a lot of them don't do this. And I don't understand why, because customers are always happy to tell people what's working and especially what's not working. So there's a tremendous opportunity that is being missed by so many companies. If you have retail outlets or your products are sold in retail outlets, then speak to your customers. If you have a retail outlet, go and serve there from time to time and talk to the customers. There's so many opportunities, and most of us just sit in our desks and sit behind our computers and then try to understand customers from statistics. And statistics are great, but it's not the whole truth. So get out and talk to your customers.
Now, a lot of businesses, a lot of the products they're selling are so alike. How can they stand out from their competitors?
It's a great question because, in fact, today products are alike, but they're sold differently. We have brand names and we might have different packaging, we might have different aromas. We try to show differences in that way. But again, there's so much more we can do. And a lot of industries now are actually realizing they're not in the business they thought they were. And in fact, by offering different services, you can differentiate your product from your competitors. There's now, for instance, infant formula who now offer infant insurance. Take the telecom industry, that has changed so much. And in fact, now they've become data sellers rather than just supplying services and telephones, etc., to consumers. So think about the industry you're in. Think about ways that you can add services to your product or additional services that your customers would find useful. And that will make your customers really satisfied.
Well, thank you, Denyse, for joining us in our studios today.
Thank you, Keith.
And thank you at home for watching today's broadcast. We want to know how you found this programme, so give us a comment in the box below. Goodbye.